Welcome to the Create with Katrina Julia show by Fit Life Creation, where we talk all the things on wellness, faith, marketing, business, and travel to create a life and business you love. I've been there, friend. I've walked from fear to faith, self-hate to love, corporate to calling, and bondage to freedom, along with transformation in every area of my life. I'm right here with you, walking along on my own path to creating. So tune in so that you learn how to create a life and business you love, hands-on. Let's create it. The Create It Online Summit is open now for a free preview. Here's to CEOs who crave creating community and cash. You will love this free preview where I give you sneak peeks into workshops, behind the scenes, tips, tools, and tech with faith, wellness, marketing, business, travel, and communities for a true binge-worthy experience to create it like a boss. Click the link in bio to register now. This one is for all the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies. Like Beyonce said, the ultimate guide to becoming your best self for you, your purpose partner, or future purpose partner or husband, and the adventure of life. Who run the world? Girls, Beyonce. So, single ladies, some of you may be wondering, Katrina, what in the world inspired you to write a blog post and record a show for all the single ladies? Well, I have been single for 7 years. Yes, 7 years. Yes, I've met people or met guys. Yes, I've had some that either were interested or I was interested, but ultimately they were not aligned. I was not aligned. It wasn't the right time, etc. And that's the longest that's ever that it's ever been in my life. But at the same time, I can tell you without a doubt, it has been such a beautiful, healing, restorative, purposeful journey. And truthfully, I feel like the 7 years went by like the snap of fingers, from purpose focus to the pandemic to global travel to so many different things. And so many times, I've met either women that are like me, that life has not exactly turned out how they imagined, and in some ways better, and in some ways things, timing hasn't yet aligned. And then I've also met so many women that seem to be afraid or holding themselves back or dimming their light until they find their partner or their husband. And I am a firm believer of when we hold ourselves back as women, we are operating in an unhealed version, not fully as we are created to be. And we are not being the best we can be. And we will not attract or invite or welcome the best that is for us. So welcome, welcome, welcome all the single ladies to this episode and these divine downloads that have come through my own journey of self-discovery, personal growth, and the pursuit of purpose. And that is my intention behind this episode and this blog post that will be coming out depending on when you listen to this, and for you to live a limitless life. And in this ultimate guide, you will explore how you may become your best self, not just for you, but all for you, ultimately, self-care and self-love, but also for your purpose partner and the thrilling adventures you get to have now, the time that you have that is your own now to heal, to align, to pursue purpose, to have adventure, to create community, to prepare. Get ready to unleash your unlimited potential, ignite your passions, and create a life filled and fueled with passion, purpose, people, and profits every step of the way. Embracing your singlehood. As a single woman, I have learned the most important relationship I can have is with myself. Quote unknown. Our singlehood, I believe, is a remarkable opportunity, whether it's for a female or a male, or depending on how you identify. And if you're not in a relationship, it's a remarkable opportunity for adventure and self exploration, and to align and pursue purpose and pursue passion and people and profits, and to have time that is literally your own, other than what you do to align to things spiritually or physically or mentally or purposefully. And I believe embracing this season fully, no matter how long it is, to as we have the freedom to heal, to become whole, to know that we are worthy, to discover our purpose with easily having that focus. I don't want to use the word distraction with, a partner or a spouse or a husband, because I don't believe it's a distraction. And I believe many people actually find their purpose in the context of, being with a mate. And that's beautiful. But for some of us, that is not our story and that is not our journey. And creating unforgettable memories, community with great friends, embracing the joy of travel on solo travel. I've traveled to 36 plus countries. If you haven't tuned into my episodes in the past or my show in the past, I was born in Poland, actually conceived in Bulgaria, born in Poland, in a refugee camp by the time I was 6 months old in Italy, and traveled through several countries and ended up in US. So 4 countries by the age of 2. Have now traveled to 36 countries and over probably 27 of them on my own. Maybe a bit less. I'm just thinking off the top of my head, because a lot of, travel obviously has been with family and I have done retreats, but I've traveled to a ton of countries on my own. So whether it's been embracing travel, whether it's been, losing over 55 pounds and deciding to be alcohol free 7+ years ago, which at the time I was in a relationship as well, and savoring the freedom to create a life and business you love and explore the world on your terms. For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. That's from Jeremiah 29:11. Cultivating self-love. Love yourself first, and everything else falls into line. Lucille Ball. To become our best selves, it is so vital to prioritize self love and care. I just talked about how I lost 55 plus pounds and I've competed in fitness shows and fitness modeling. And I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, if I had not fully aligned my health, my mind would not have become as clear in so many ways, with all the things that some people choose to consume and or are addicted to, whether it's alcohol, whether it's certain types of food that don't serve or nourish our bodies. It can be so detrimental to us in so many ways. Nourishing our mind, our bodies, and our souls with not only what we put into our bodies, but also activities that bring us joy and fulfillment and peace, and embracing our strengths, cultivating and creating strengths, celebrating our uniquenesses, and releasing doubts, disbelief, increasing our self-confidence and our self-love and our self-worth, then inevitably we radiate confidence and increase our femininity and our essence, and we're able to rest in simply being who we are as women, or depending again like who you are and how you identify as you listen to this, and attracting someone that cherishes that and recognizes and sees your value as you are, as I believe in divine alignment and divine appointments and that divine connection, and supporting the person that you are and celebrating your light, and not wanting you to dim your light out of their own insecurity or woundedness or not being healed, or not being clear on what they desire. Like, one part of my journey has been also getting super clear on what I desire, because I realized how for years I was so scared to speak what I desired, because ultimately I didn't believe I was worthy. And I was afraid if I spoke it out, then the other person wasn't going to want me and they were going to reject me, which inevitably contributed to my feeling of I'm not worthy. And that's taken years of self awareness and reflection and prayer and therapy and EMDR and EFT and so many different things. From recognizing, different words that were spoken over my life, abusive relationships, one abusive relationship in my late teens into early 20s that lasted 4 years, into then recognizing and realizing how what I desire from a mate, what I desire in a committed relationship that leads to engagement, that leads to marriage, and being able to articulate that now. For how I desire to feel safe, secure, stable, and free, and that feeling around whoever is going to be my purpose partner and future fiance and husband, and recognizing some of the most beautiful compliments that I ever received, and then how I felt when I received those, like being told that I'm driven, athletic, and a lady, or being told that I have beautiful energy. These are just specific examples from males specifically. So recognizing those things and tuning into how you want to feel around someone, or the things you want them to say to you, or how you want them to act, with aligned actions that have clear direction and vision, and being, and I also got to the point where I realized, well, wait a minute, if I'm operating in the wounded feminine and things that come up for me, or that have come up for me in the past when I started really, really focusing on healing, and then recognizing where I allowed or attracted or invited the wounded masculine energy, meaning, a male that isn't healed and isn't operating in his healthy masculine. Well, that goes back to taking self accountability and responsibility for what I can do, meaning heal, working on healing myself with our creator. So the scripture reference here I have is, and you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and all your mind, and all your strength. Mark 12:30, which also aligns to a lot of what I've been sharing, is love your neighbor as yourself. Because again, when we love ourselves, we're able to love our neighbor. The second part the second greatest commandment. And then discovering your purpose. Our purpose is the reason that we journey, and our passion is the fire that lights our way. And I believe I'm often reminded of Psalms 37:4, delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. And what we are pulled to or called to is not by accident. And taking this opportunity and this extra time to dive deep into your passions and purpose is so paramount. I tell, my close friends often, like, yes, I desire to be in a relationship, but at the same time, I love my single season and I love all the time that I have. And I believe, like, whoever I end up with, that he's going to be of that same mindset too, because I believe when two wholes come together, it's a whole different type of incredible soul-filled union, and letting our purpose guide us towards, incredible pursuits and contribute to the world in our own unique way, and our purpose on the planet, it fills and lights us up and helps us all be better humans and be better human beings and human doings. And we are human beings first and foremost. And pursuing our limitless potential boldly and fearlessly, and letting passion be the driving force that leads us towards a purposeful and fulfilling life, is inevitably going to attract a different type of mate. And even when I looked at the history or trajectory, I guess you would say, of, like, let's say my first boyfriend to my last boyfriend, then even to, different males that were interested in me or exhibited interest, I was able to see how I was in a different place and how I was allowing or inviting radically different people or situations, and just in a better and more healed way. And then also being open to different dynamics and considering different things, whether I've always been open to different races, but also being open to different ages, and being open also to someone that wants to live a nomadic slash stable slash purposeful existence, and being open to that. And one couple that inspires me in that too is at Glow, and her recent love that she shares a lot about on social media at Glow Graphics. You can see. The scripture reference I have here is commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. Proverbs 16:3. Preparing for your purpose partner. Your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. Rumi. As we become our best selves and focus on our own personal growth, emotional well being, and creating a strong foundation for a future partnership, everything changes. Developing healthy communication skills, cultivating patience, knowing our mission and vision, and letting go and healing. Preparing ourselves for a love that aligns with our values and supports our mission and vision in every way is what I believe we all ultimately desire. Above all, love each other deeply, because love covers over a multitude of sins. 1 Peter 4:8. Navigating the journey. The greatest thing you'll ever then the greatest thing you will ever learn is just to love and be loved in return, from Moulin Rouge. As you embark on this journey to love, embrace the unknown and the uncertainty and the joy of life's adventures. Say yes to new experiences. Say yes to being outside your comfort zone, and yes to embracing the unknown with bold courage. Trust in the divine timing and have faith that the right partner will come into your life when the time is perfect, adding exponential elevation in every area of your life. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. Proverbs 3:5. This is actually the very first verse I ever memorized. So, to all my single ladies, embrace the beauty of your singlehood and trust that beauty is coming from ashes on your own journey of transformation, growth, and exhilarating adventures. Create and cultivate self-love, pursue purpose and passion, and prepare yourself for the partnership that awaits you. Remember, you are fearfully and wonderfully made, and the world is your playground. Limitless global girl, which is what I call myself too, for exploration, joy, and boundless joy. Exploration, love, and boundless joy. She is clothed with strength and dignity. and she laughs without fear of the future. Proverbs 31:25. So I would love it if you would leave a review on the show and or how you are applying this in your life. Tag me at Katrina Julia Fit, at Fit Life Creation, at Limitless Global Girl. Leave a review on the show so I can shout you out. And as always, friends, remember, create, transform, and inspire. You are born to. And chats on faith, wellness, money, marketing, business, and travel so you create a life and business you already. Head on over to the blog, the podcast, and the freebies to jumpstart your transformation. If you're ready to dive into the online courses, the live events, or the retreat, and if you want to create with our community on an even deeper level, definitely check out our internships, our influencer collaborations, management, and brand engagements. Let's create it.